Hello students, welcome back to cost accounting class, and in this 24th session I'll be starting new chapter or unit, fourth unit, that is service costing or operating costing. And in this session I'll be discussing about the meaning of service costing, features of service costing, objectives, and classification of service costs or operating costs. I'm Dr. Uma B. Pujar, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First Grade College and PG Center, Dharwad. First, let us see what is the meaning of operating costing or service costing. The operating costing or service costing gives more emphasis on providing services rather than cost of manufacturing an product or article. The services provided may be for sale to the general public or they may be provided within an organization. Operating costing is a method of costing designed to ascertain and control the cost of services. Operating cost is a cost of services. In some undertakings, goods are not produced but services are rendered. When the services are rendered, they have to charge for these services. The calculation of cost of service rendered in the form of price is known as operating costing. So operating costing is also called as service costing, period costing, or terminal costing. Service costing means rendering service to the public or to an organization for which cost is accumulated and calculated. So in order to calculate the cost of service rendered in the form of price is called as operating costing. So those industries or organization which do not produce any sort of products or goods but only involved in rendering some services to the customers can use this operating costing. Now let's see few definitions on operating costing or service costing. According to ICMA London, operating costing is that form of operation costing which applies where standardized services are provided either by an undertaking or by a service cost center within the undertaking. So it may be internal or external service. According to Weldon, operating costing is actually unit costing as applied to the costing of services. So, in both the definition, it makes clear that operating costing is confined to costing of services. What are the features of operating costing? So let's see the features here. Operating costing is the cost of rendering service. So whatever service the undertaking is rendering, that cost is being calculated in this operating costing. The costs are classified into fixed, variable, and sometimes semi-variable also. The fixed and variable classification is necessary to ascertain the cost of service and the unit cost of service. So unit cost means per service of that particular undertaking. What will be the per unit of that service? That is called as unit cost. Let's discuss it in the next slide here. So a proper unit of cost must be selected in order to ascertain the cost per unit of service provided. The selection of a proper unit is a difficult task and it depends upon the nature of work and the purpose for which cost has to be computed. So, though service undertakings do not produce products or goods for stock and sale, but services are sold to consumers. These undertakings are required to invest a large proportion of their total capital in fixed assets, that is, buses, trucks, ships, aircrafts, railway engines, wagons, railway lines, building, boiler house, etc. So these organizations which are involved in providing services, they have to invest a lot of money in fixed assets, because these fixed assets play a very important role in operating costing or service costing. So what are the objectives of operating costing? In order to calculate the cost of service rendered to the customers. So once we calculate the cost, we can arrive at the profit. So when we analyze the costs in detail, we'll come to know how much cost is being incurred and where and for what purpose it is incurred, and wherever we have spent or incurred unnecessary charges, those can be cut down and the cost can be reduced and controlled. And when the cost is reduced or controlled, automatically the profit can be increased. So in order to find out the cost of each service rendered by the company, we have to calculate the cost of service, which is the main objective of operating costing. To ascertain cost of all services provided within an undertaking, that is internal and external services. So services provided by the organization, it may be within the organization or external organization, each and every service cost has to be ascertained. So that is the objective of this operating costing. To keep the operating cost at the optimum level, that is, it is the most optimum level is the most favorable condition where the costs will not be over recovered nor it is under recovered. To analyze the cost and try to reduce cost wherever necessary and avoid unnecessary costs. So this is very important, because the main objective of cost accounting is to reduce the cost and control the cost in order to increase the profit. To make a comparative analysis of operating cost incurred for different periods. So once when we ascertain the cost of any service or goods produced, this will be a record, a permanent record, which can be compared or which can be analyzed in future days also. So that a very important point is that we have to record or ascertain the cost whenever we make any services or when we produce any goods. To make decision regarding to produce a service or buy it from outside. So when we analyze the cost, if the cost incurred will be more, and then we think about whether we can buy it or purchase it from outside, that is, can we outsource it from out if it becomes cheaper than whatever we have incurred now, or if it is unnecessary charge, we can cut down it also. So we can take some decisions regarding whether to produce in our organization or it is better to buy it from outside. These decisions can also be taken by ascertaining the service costs. So where does this operating costs or service costs applied? Operating costing is applied by an organization which provide services to the public as a whole, instead of manufacturing an article and sells the same. For example, transport services. So under these services, we have cars, bus, trucks, railways, airways, ships, cargo, tramways, steamers, etc. So these transport services are involved providing service to the people, that is passengers, and also they carry goods from one place to another place, that is, it may be from one country to another country also by airways and ships cargoes also. Entertainment services like cinema, club, service, drama, etc. Even for this cinemas or circus, per seat, per show can be calculated. So that is the unit cost. What will be the per per head, per seat, per person cost for such entertainment? When we go to see a cinema or uh, this thing circuses, we have to pay some fees or fare per seat. So for per person or per seat, what will be the fare? So they will, on an average, they will calculate per head fees, and we have to pay it, and then we have to enter the cinema hall or circus. That is, entertainment services fall under cinema, club, circus, drama, etc. Welfare services such as hospitals, libraries, canteens, hotels, educational institutions, etc. Even these hospitals, they charge per bed, per patient. Okay, so these are unit costs which we have to calculate. Even canteens, we have in this semester, we have to study the operating costs on canteen. Canteen means per plate, per man. So what will be the per plate, per tea, per coffee, per idli, per plate? So these things can be calculated by using those formulas. So I'll be showing you few formulas in my next class. Using those formulas, we can calculate unit costs under canteen also. We have hospitals, hotels, etc. In supply services like gas supply, electricity supply, water supply, even these use this operating costing system itself. Communication services, we have television, radio, telephone, mobile, internet, computer services, etc. Municipal services like street lighting, road maintenance, sewage system, water supply, etc. So we have so many applications of operating costing here. Under this transportation is very important from this semester point of view, and also you have canteen here, and boiler house is also important for this semester. Let's see what is cost under operating costing. So what is this cost used under service or operating costing? Cost is expressed in terms of unit of service rendered. One unit of service rendered, that is per bed, per kilometer, per tea, per cup of coffee, per room or per bed, or like this. That per, whatever per we use, that is the unit of service rendered. Though operating cost is relating to units of costing, the cost unit is not as tangible as a job or contract costing. A unit cost is total expenditure incurred by a company to produce, to store and sell one unit of particular product or service. Per means what? It is one. So one unit of particular product or service. So this is very important point. Unit cost or cost unit. They may ask this for 2 marks. Unit cost is the total expenditure incurred by a company to produce, to store and sell one unit of a particular product or service. The cost unit may be single or simple cost unit or composite cost unit. There is only one variable in single or simple cost unit, whereas there will be two or more variables in composite or compound cost unit. So let's see single or simple cost unit, for example, per bed, per patient in case of hospitals, per kilometer in case of transportation, per cup of tea or coffee in case of canteen, per room, per bed in case of lodge or hotels, two or more variables have a close relationship in composite cost unit. Costs are collected in terms of composite cost units. For example, per ton per kilometer in case of transport, that is truck transport, per ton per kilometer, per man per show in case of cinema theater, per man per plate meals in case of canteen. So what will be the per plate per man, per passenger per kilometer in case of transportation passenger, and so on. So like this we calculate. Here we have single per bed. What will be the cost for per bed or per kilometer in case of transportation? What will be the cost per cup of tea? So that is called as single or simple cost unit. Whereas in composite we have two variables here, that is per ton per kilometer, per man per show, per man per plate, per passenger per kilometer. So using two or more variables we have to calculate service costing. So these are cost units used here. You can see in this chart we have services on the left side and cost units on the right side. So goods transport, okay, goods transport services, that is lorry, goods train, air transport of goods, trucks, etc. we use per ton kilometer. What is the cost unit for goods transport? It is per ton kilometer. So passenger transport services like buses, minibus, train, boat, passenger train, air transport, etc. For that we use per passenger kilometer. So cost unit used here is per passenger kilometer. So for one passenger for 1 kilometer, what will be the cost? Hospitals per bed per patient per day. Electricity supply kWh or horsepower HP. Canteen service man per cup of tea or man per cup of coffee. Boiler house, it is cubic centimeters. Road maintenance, it is per kilometer. Private transportation, that is private car, private aeroplane, etc. Running hours or trip kilometer it is. Hotels, we have cost unit as per room per bed. Street lighting, we have per point per lamp or per light. Gas, we have cubic meters kg. Water supply, gallons or liters. Cinema theaters per man show. So these are the cost units or unit costs used in service costing or operating costing. Now let's see, the very important part of this session is what we are going to study in this semester. In this unit or chapter, three service costing are studied. Those are transport costing, that is passenger as well as goods transport. Next, canteen costing and boiler house canteen costing. So in all these three costing, any one type of costing they may ask, that is they may ask transport costing, canteen costing or boiler house costing. They will ask questions on these three types for 2 marks, 5 marks as well as 15 marks. It is compulsory in most of the cases, or in most of the question papers they have asked questions on transport costing, mainly on passenger and goods transport. So in my next session, I'll be coming up with transport costing. We'll see in detail in my next class. Until then, have a nice time. Thank you very much.